Hey guys and girls, coming at you with the Rio P67 latest version. Let's call it version 1.2. I don't think there really are versions, but this one is version 1.2. It has some improvements over the initial Rio P67, and there's another version coming out that's going to have further improvements over this one. I just happen to be caught in the middle, but I'm happy with it. I personally don't care about the improvements because they're not going to affect me in one way or the other. They're more geared towards people that don't really clean their mods much and stuff like that. But this is the P67. It's rocking a Hellfire Fury on top. Aftermarket bottle. I'll show you all the insides of it, but this mod is a regulated mod, a Mech mod, that a guy analyzed it, did an analogy of this versus a standard Rio Grande. And we all know no one's going to ever put down a Rio Grande because they were like what started Squonking, put Squonking on the map. I think there's more Rio Grandes in the wild than there is all other Squonkers combined. Okay? To say this is a huge statement. And this isn't from me, but I thought the same. After he said it, I said I couldn't have said it better. He basically said that this mod, this is to the Rio Grande, basically takes the Rio Grande itself, which again is iconic, legendary mod, and basically just freaking beats it down and just doesn't stop beating it until it doesn't get up anymore. That's pretty much what I find this to be, in the sense of the way, when we look inside, you'll see why. Front fire button, no contact between the button and the battery, so you're not worrying about your batteries pitting and arcing and all that good stuff. It's just an epic little Rio. It is the evolution of Rio. Okay, it is the evolution of Rio. I'm saying that a Rio Grande will not always be in my collection, but I'm saying if you're looking at this in a Rio Grande, you're grabbing this every single time. It feels so high-end, the way it fits and feels in your hand. It's rounded, flat top, much more flat top friendly than a Rio Grande. You don't get any of that arc and contact maintenance or replacement. Should you ever need to replace one, simple as hell. I've already field stripped mine just to see how it ticked. It's the ultimate Rio, in my opinion. I think it's very similar in shape and all that to the later Woodvilles, but it's metal. So let's look at this thing in detail as only the other side of the camera can do. This is a mod that is 1 7/8 inch wide, okay? The widest dimension is 1 7/8 inch. It's 3 7/16, just a hair less than 7/16. So, like, let's just say it's a little less than 3.5 inches tall, okay? It's 15/16 inches deep this way, a little less than 1 inch deep. Fully locked and loaded with this atomizer, that amount of juice in that battery in it. It's 7.37 ounces. That's what it all comes down to right there. Okay, so you got one cool thing about it is I don't run it with this door on it, but I wasn't sure if I was going to shoot this one green screen or not. Then I realized I was wearing a green shirt, so I couldn't. This is the door I run on it. This mod, the door is interchangeable with any Grand doors. Any Rio Grande door you have is interchangeable on this mod for starters. A buddy of mine out of the blue just up and shot me this one. I haven't even put it on there yet, but I was wanting to see how it would look on here. I remember I had a VV Grande that I had with this color door on it. I mean, many different options for it. Okay, any Grand door fits it. There's the one that came with it. This is the one I run on it. There's the presentation. Front fire button. I believe it's a peak button. Understand that there's a new version coming out. Let's just say a V1, the V1 P67 that was made a few months back. This was treated wood, okay? Treated wood. Rob was concerned that people, you know, the people that don't take care of their mods, he wanted something durable as hell for this application right here. So he went with treated wood. Then he decided that Ultim would be a cool thing to do, but really only for people that take care of their mods. If you're not a mod taker, carer-over, you don't maintain your contacts, which I'll show you how simple that is. You're used to just filling your mod with juice. You're just filthy. He recommends that you don't go with this Ultim option, okay? Because it's just not gonna hold up for you. But the cool thing about the Ultim option is it allows you to wash your mod in the sink, where the treated wood option may or may not. I don't know. Okay. The newer ones too, the V3. Let's just say it's the V2. The V3 will have the Ultim, unless you request not to have it, and it's going to have an aluminum button with a spring. Right now, the mod relies on just the springiness in that copper contact to return the button. Again, if you're up on your mods, this is a Mech. If you're up on your mechs, you're up on your mods, you're up on contact maintenance, which I'll show you how simple that is in a minute. Got no worries. Here's how I clean it. Let's go into this real quick before I show you more. You guys know what a note card is. It's like a big whatever it is. Your kids use them in flashcards and this and that. I cut off a strip that's the width of a line. Get a little deoxide gold. Let me take you through my contact maintenance because it's so simple. And I got this idea from P-Dib. I looked at P-Dib, how he does his deal, and I said, you know, P-Dib's always been a smart dude. I don't know if he did it with the deoxide like this. I didn't watch it in detail, but I saw that note card and how he maintains his contacts. I said to myself, the kid's always been money, P-Dib. So I said, let me try his note card way on a P67. All you're going to do is slip this deoxide gold loaded thing in between here. Press your contact a little bit and pull on it a little bit. Just give it a little pressure and just saw it back and forth. You're not trying to abrade the beryllium copper off there, but you can see it cleans it right up. Then once I get done with that, just come in here, stick it in between the battery and it. I've deoxided the battery and the contact, cleaned anything off it. Your contacts are now maintained. They are good to go, ready to go. Here's the way you lock the mod to put it in your pocket. You slide the battery down. You can see it's pretty easy to do. This has a little catch on it, which I'm not sure if that catch was on the earlier ones either. And this locks the battery off of the contact, meaning no matter how much it fires, there's no contact with the battery to the positive connection, so the mod can't fire. When you're ready to rock it, you just let that go and your mod's back to fire. Some of the cool features I love about the P67 is, remember on the Grand, the button was up here and it was constantly making contact with your battery. Constantly requiring battery maintenance, depending on how low you go. It didn't constantly require it for me, but it required it. Cleaning your batteries, this and that. Now what you have up here is just that gold-plated beryllium copper is what these are. Okay, the spring in that top piece, as well as these contacts right here. Okay, so your battery is not having an open and closing contact, means there's no arcing to the battery. I've looked at this thing at night. I'm down, this is a 0.4 ohm build. That means it's just a little under half an ohm. I never see any arcing right there. Okay, never see it. But then again, I will periodically run that little piece of note card through there and keep the contacts clean. This is not the bottle that comes with the Rio. It comes with the standard Rio bottle operation. I upgraded mine with one of the Sunbox 8.5 milliliter super soft silicones. Makes really no difference in the review of this mod or the discussion on this mod because it doesn't come with it, but it fits it. Just so you guys know, it fits it. Squonks like no tomorrow. That's easily, I don't have to fill it. You just freaking jerk that thing off there. Stick your, in this case, my Mango Lassie, Epistle Mango Lassie in the bottle. But this screw, you don't have to worry as much about it. It's got a receiver on the back of it now, rather than just screwing it to the back of the body. That's probably, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch popping off there. So you don't have to be as fragile. I still wouldn't go completely nuts with it, but nice flush fitting. The details on this mod are insane. This is a tumbled raw aluminum. This is another mod that's like, it's Rio. You feel Rio in it. You see Rio in it, but it's the evolution of Rio. It's where it's at. This mod is in a whole different realm, in my opinion, than a Grand. Just the way it fires, the way it vapes, the ease of maintenance. Let's go over something for the newer people in the house. Let's lock the battery out first while we do this. You get your mod. Okay, I got mine tightened down. I like to tighten mine down good. It's a reverse threaded connection. You get your mod, and Rob ships these mods with this pin in. Most people with any connectors ship them with this pin all the way in. So in order to get contact with your mod, this is a reverse threaded connection. In order to get contact, you want to raise it. It would be, you'd screw it clockwise to raise it, counterclockwise to lower it. So what I do is I just screw it out until I know I got connection. Then I fine tune it to get my air holes exactly where I want them, if that makes sense. Okay. So every time I take it off there, I know it probably screwed it down a little tiny bit, just by the nature of it being reverse threaded. So I'm just going to raise it a hair. So I'm raising it by screwing it clockwise. Okay. That's that. That pin is adjustable. If you don't know that and you get your mod and it's not making contact with your atomizer, and you think your mod's broken, adjust that pin. It's reverse threaded. Clockwise raises it, counterclockwise lowers it. Raise it till you get contact, and then fine tune it to do all the funky stuff you want it to do. their connection. I'll go ahead and readjust those on my time. In case anyone's wondering, that's a Hellfire Fury. Dual coils, again, Mango Lassie. And that's it. We just got to put the bottle on. When you get yours, it'll come with this bottle. The hose will be stuck down in there all the way. Is this a killer presentation or what? The new Rio P67. 18mm atomizer. We'll get those air holes where we want them. Well worth the small extra price that it costs over a Rio Grande. You've got your pretty much indestructible 510. All those cool new contacts. It's ready to get you down in the very low ohms. If you're a very low ohm vapor, chances are you know all about contact and mod maintenance. If you're not, I wouldn't recommend building low anyway. I'm not here to recommend anything. This video is for experienced vapors and those that know all about mechanical mod safety and Ohm's law and stuff like that. Okay, so hope you guys have an awesome night, day, guys or girls. This is how you get in touch with this guy. These mods are also, there's going to be another release, I think around the end of July. Reosmods.com. He's Rob. There's all of his information. When you call Reosmods, Rob answers the phone. There's his email address, his phone number. So I think around the end of July is when there's going to be another release. And he might be making some little batches here and there. Okay, so keep your eyes open for him. If I get any heads up, I'll try and post up on Facebook about him. So another killer mod that is available. You don't have to be any secret handshake club to get one. Peace out.